はい、始まりましたでしょうか。ケロロ仮面ゲームズです。ということで、今日もストレートファイター6やっていきますということなんですが、実は今日2回目の配信なんですね、これは。ちょっと体力回復したっていうのと、明日、明後日、しあさって、こうなんかいろいろとね、予定が立て込んでて、夜配信できない期間がこう続くなと、飲み会続くからちょっと配信できないかもしれないなっていうことで、ちょっとね今日暇さえあればやっとこうかなっていう気持ちですね。あとはちょっと高ぶってるっていうのもあるんでね、ちょっと今日配信やっていこうかなと。2回目でも3回目でも何回でもやっちゃおうかなみたいな。3回目は嘘です。何回でも嘘です。これだけです。はい、ということで今日はやっていきます。でね、取りだめならぬ、なんていうのかな、これ先取りですよね。配信の取りだめってないからね。まあ、やりますけど、前回、今日のね2、3時間前にやった時には、丸×ボタンが違うから、まあ、違うなマジで。何回もここやん。今日は、竜を使えるようになろうということで、今回もねちょっと竜の練習がてらみたいな感じにはなるんで、じゃあこのエドモンド・ホンドさんの画像はもう消しとこうかな。そしたらゲーム画面でかくできるしね。こんなとこにしちゃおうかね。こんなとこにしとこうか。おっしゃ、そしたらいいね。画面的にも問題ないかな。あー、黒に変えたいな。よし。あー、苦手やわ。早いな、苦手なやつ出てくんの。やる気なくして。メイかわいい髪色。はい、さっき学んだ通りいらんことはせずに。何
fires off in overdrive. So it brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 will look to apply digs in deep with Player 1
どうにかくぐり抜けさせてくれ。これがめっちゃ詰めてくるんだよな。これ
They gotta press here to take advantage of this super art. Wow, that's some big time damage. Oh, now that is a punish. What's this Chiku Hado gonna do?
危ねえ。ゴリ押し。
Last round, people.
格ゲーに反則もなんもないんですよ。とりあえずゴリ押しでいいのよ。ガードできてる。
Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Crowns them from above. Both fighters desperately want leader here. Closes in. What now? Drops him hard. Player 1 with nothing but good train. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cook. Reads the jump in perfectly. Turns out. They were waiting for it. A real test of nerves here. This can lead to some big damage. Ugh, take a seat. Player 2 reaches the win. But that could have been anyone's
Safetyがかかってるぞルーキー。
No way we could have called that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws a fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still okay. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
こいつの名前かわいいぞ。ポコパンやぞ。こいつはやってやろう。
Check brushes that off and keeps going. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Checks them with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump,
よいしょ。散々やってくれたな、さっきはよ。
You gotta be mindful of reach and jumpings at this range. Both
し
fighters
っかり見極めていく。
Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Drive gauge up. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Knockdown and
こぼしすぎやろ相手。モダンだよな。
hits them with a stopping bomb. Life lead is there, but still can this drive bring them back? In attack, kisses the
モダンじゃない動きだよね相手ね。
Player 2
アシストボタン知らない？
Let's
もし
see
か
if
し
they
て。
can build themselves a streak.
普通にアシストボタンを押してやっとけば多分あいつめっちゃ強いのにね。そんなことはさておき。はいはいはい。苦手だこいつもまた。どうしよう。多分波動拳打っても下からくぐり抜けてくるよね。ニュニュー懐かしい懐かしいコスチュームだ。
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range.
うわーうまい。
Player 2 has been really leaning on that drive gauge.
よいしょ。
This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Takes a trip. Big counter. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Blocks the impact. Cannon spike. A quick breather. Throws a fireball. The projectile connects. Not giving the opponent any chances. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Jumps up. Big low reaching heavy. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Gotta be careful not to whip Shinku Hadouken. Watching each other carefully. Human fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they get going on the offensive? Pulls them. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen?
Yeah!
Gives them a great opening here to do big
負けた。さすがに。
A clean KO. Nice meter awareness.
ああ、これギリギリ残るか？残らん。顔かわいそう。見事だ言うて。
問題ない。Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opens with a fireball. Who will come out on top? Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Overdrive a Shogeki for delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Drops the glove.
Okay.
Here comes the super. The parry. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to
何の
center
戦いですか
Player 2 is dangerously close to running out of drive. Close range projectile. Jumps. Rushes in. Player 1, more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. What are they gonna get?
よいしょ
Counter. Oh, that's
これ
closes it out.
こんなところ
Gotta
で
hand
ところ
it
で
to
と
both
こ
of
ろ
our
で
fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
実力主義を手に入れました。いただきますと。あら逃げられちゃったね。やっぱ波動拳連続で食らうのイライラするよね。あーここがやっぱ下スライディングからのこいつがマジでいらん。こいつはマジで時間かかるんだよな。なんかプレイヤーによってのちょっと攻め方が結構変わってくるからね。強い人が使ったらほんと強い。
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
うわーそっち系だ。
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. You can block impacts, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Projectile to try and change the situation. In a dire situation, they could head to precision opting for the drive impact.
よっしゃ
Jump, knockdown. Misses the drive impact. This is a critical point of the round where they're just experiencing burnout.
よしセーフティ
Oh. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
ー来ると思ったぜ。
Who's going to start things off? Throws out a projectile. Switches it up. Player 2 will look to
これなの
apply
よ
pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Their spacing is so on point right now. Hits them
Oh,
with a
sure.
fucking bomb. Saw that coming. Hits the drive. They must have a game for this.
Yeah.
And they
落とすねこいつ。
for themselves. This excellent block. There's the burnout. Charges forward. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage.
やばい
Experiencing burnout. Back into the corner. What setup do they have?
危ねえ危ねえ
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Hit them with a stopping blow.
そうね
Decides to
あぶ
spend
ち
the
切れだ
moment to open up some more chances. Was that a good decision? Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop him. Checks with the projectile. Nothing but air for the impact. Whipping a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Oh, with the drive impact. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Projectile to try and change the situation. Taking stock. Player 2 chases them down. Was looking for that jump attack. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. The grab misses. Trying to read each other here? One
Wow.
round right now.
あ落とさんかったか おっしゃ危ね
Player one
え。ちっちっ
on the
ち
board first
ち
with
っ
the
ち
win.
きち
They'll want to keep the pressure on. Opts to create space to start. Stings them with the Shikusen. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Nails the anti-air.
オッケ
Overgoes for the Shin Hashogeki.
ーオーバー
Heats
ド
it
ス
up
キ
with a
ビ
combo
ト
into
ダ
super. Player 2 is working with a better game. Burnout
した
activates. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messed
うわ
miraculous.
うまっ
What's the next move? Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Jump? Sets up with the jump in. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Okay, here we go. Are we gonna see a comeback here? There's a change of sides. Player, this can lead to some big damage. All the
Yup.
road connects.
あぶねえ危ねえ全部ギリギリだ
Brings it home.
お
Let's see if they can build
ランク R
themselves a streak.
なんか竜はねなんかずっとハラハラしとるね またこいつかこのキャラ嫌やなかわいいやつ
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
名前ちょっと素敵じゃないかこいつ君に明日が来る
Here we go.
君
What are
に
these fighters going to do?
朝が降る
Tries to bait him with the projectile. Gets a chance with that jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player one chases them down. What are they thinking here? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. That's the jump in they were looking for. The super armor does its job. Checks them with the projectile. Decides to buff up while they can.
うわー解いたとこ
Which one of these fighters has what it takes to close out this
Sure.
round? So, just go for it.
オーケ
Player two
ーちょっと
picks up
正
the
統
first
派なって
round.
きたんじゃない
That'll
か
give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start.
これがねマジすくい上げなんだよな
Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Hits them with a stopping block.
あー落とした
Jumps in.
落とした
Player one is in a pretty good situation with the meter. Were they
えい
baiting them into that?
行かせ
It's back with the
いけない
jump attack on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Looking for a chance. Going in. Throw leaves them wide open. Charges forward. Not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Pokes with a kick. Shokugeki to the face.
あーうまい
Okay, here we go.
こいつうまい
Out the gate.
あー追い込んできたね
This is gonna kill.
あーゲージは俺が溜まってるかえあーまあまあやられるか顔
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
やばいこれ負けそうだちょっと流れ変えないと
Going in. Drops them hard. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player two has the super gauge advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Gut punch stands the leader. Slices the gastrointestinal tract.
Oh.
Whooping ass to work.
かっこよし
They're in range. Finds the target. Close range projectile. Gets into perfect fireball range. I can't believe. Oh,
Oh,
my
sure.
God, this
Okay.
is hard done. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
地味に連勝記録続いてるからポイントがエグかったんか
Let's believe it's time for that run back. Crowns them from above.
うわ
What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. That
間違えた
attack
ボタン
landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Overdrive. The Fuha stock to the brim. Look for them to turn up the goes for the super art. Misses the drive impact. Takes a trip. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage.
うわー、落ち。
Squeezes the gauge. Stop experiencing burnout. Charges forward. The pressure is so big.
よいしょ
Player 2
落としていく。
important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
緊張してきた。
Immediate jumping. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? With the throw. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. What'll happen here? Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Anthony! Both fighters planning something? Hits them with a stop and pop. Over this, Shogaki is gonna sneak. Knockdown and... Player 1 is not in a good place health-wise, but with a super art drives and back misses.
危ね
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
極めたかモダン流一番簡単かも。かわいい。やばい、ちょっとこれ怖いかもしれない。ニューあんまりやってない相手っていうのが怖いよね。確かこいつに最初負けたよ、このキャラに。あー、こっち系ね。こいつ一気にワープしてくる系やからな。よいしょ。
They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to goes for the super art.
Okay.
Life lead opens up. At this range,
okay.
Use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round.
しっかりガードすればいける。ガード忘れない、ガード忘れない。こいつは掴みたいだけだ。掴めたくてパディ決めたい系だ。
That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Fires off the Shinku Hadouken.
Yosh.
Both fighters planning something? Player 2, a super art, a gutsy fireball gives them the round. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
ちょっと待って、みるランク上がってんだけど。見えてるかな、みんなのやつから。
Are we going to witness a blow up here? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move.
Sure.
It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? That drive impact is blocked. Forcefully closes the gap. They decide to hang back and rethink, will this super art connect? Blocks it just in time. They must have anticipated a super art coming. Taking stock. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Knockdown. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. In a dire situation.
危ねえ。捕まったらやばい系だ。
Takes the round
危ない。飲まれない。ジャンプ。
Decides to create some distance to start. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Charges forward. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. They return to center stage.
仕切り直
Does a
す。
good job escaping the
あぶね
This
よ
kid has
し
shown
いい
us
ね
he is gonna sneak. Knockdown and player one is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Ooh, there's a side switch.
あべ
This could be big.
パディパディ
Player one brushes that off and keeps going. With the solar plexus strike. Okay. Oh, yo! Raw super hit. A real test of nerves here. Dangerous range here. What a finish!
オッケー。せー
Player two
ちょっとやっぱ画
brings
面
it
ちょっと
home.
ちっちゃくした
Let's see
方
if they
が
can build themselves a
見えま
streak.
すよね。画面やっぱちょっとちっちゃくした方がこうなるか。ニュニュ
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. An aggressive attack. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. The super armor
よい
doesn't
しょ来
jump.
た。
Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play
Ah.
with. Not a good thing.
Oh, man.
What's coming up next?
取りこぼしナイス。
Heading into the end game now. It's getting
そうよね。
tense.
ナイス取りこぼ
Taking
し。
stock. Player
焦るな。
two
普通に
chases them down.
普通にコンボ決め勝てる。
Gets the jump in. Jump.
やばい。
Player one has the
よいしょ危ね
KO.
え。よいしょ。
Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Tries to set the tone with that charging attack. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're still feeling each other out. Hits them with a stopping block. Player two will need to plant Jingu Hadouken. Connects with medium kick. Experiencing burnout. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Goes for the bends the meter.
Yeah.
Turn. Quick brief up for the arrow.
これでもかこいつ。
Player two is an cross-up attack. Cannon spike.
よいしょ。
Strong reaction. Closing moments of the match. Shin Ashogeki. This could be make or
う
break.
わー。うわ。
Fine zone.
くそー。
This is
久
the
々にや
final
られた
round.
ぜ。
Expect to see some
やば
fire.
いこいつ危ない。
Opens with a jump in. Close range projectile. Medium kick. Solar plexus strike. Player two won out those close strikes. And now they gotta have a plan for the
そ
next
の
one.
発想なかったぜ。
Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
どんぐらいいく。いやー負けたくないなー。ちょっと連勝記録あるし。
That's what we wanna see. Oh my god, they just choked it up.
うわーいけたかー。パディが。
Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. This is critical.
あー負けた。
They did not have enough. What a finish.
11連勝がマックスでした
Is a force to be
ね。
reckoned with.
連勝記録閉ざされていく。
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws a fireball. Parries the projectile. It's not easy to parry projectiles in the heat of a match, but it's definitely effective. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Taking stock. Bops him with a target. Splice! Shows a medium kick. Knockdown. The jump in catches it.
うわーこいつ強えぞ。
Player 2 picks
あ
up the first
俺の
round.
ランクがかなり上がった証拠だなこれは。
Carries the attack.
今までと全然
Who's
違う。
going to start things off? Hits him with a stopping body. Roughing up the body. Don't fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Going on the offensive? Just goes for it at this range. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Brushes that off and keeps
う
going.
わ
Player 2 holding on to
全
that
然落と
corner
してくれんやん。
barely blocks the jump in. Both fighters planning something? The drive impact doesn't work. Were they baiting them into that?
あ落とした。
Burnout activates. But cannon
落
fire.
とした。
The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage
さ
of even the
さ
smallest
っきの戦いまではちょっとやれそうやったけど、
brings it
も
home.
う今のでもう全然ダメだった。あ全然勝てんかった今の人には。こういうことですよ。なんかさ女キャラばっかりじゃないか。
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
ランク帯の問題か。
The fight's now underway. This is vicious with the play-by-play.
間違えた。
The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Was well in range to score the throw. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Well-timed corner switch. Knocked down. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. At this range, many attacks can connect to KO.
ちょっと待って。シン
Player
プル
2
強すぎん。
on the board first with the win.
ちょっと相性悪すぎたね
They'll
今の
want
は。
to keep the pressure on. Decides to create some distance to start. Projectile to try and change the situation.
こいつうまい。
Player 2 kept their drive gauge
やばい。
topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Can they stop this light lead from getting bigger? A quick breather.
よしよしよし
You
よし。
gotta be mindful. Won't
いやダメだ。
says no with the overdrive tense anymore. The tension ring hits home. Player 1 has a just goes for it at this range. In there.
パーフェクトだほぼ。
Player 2 brings it
ランク
home.
上がりすぎだ。
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Throws out a projectile.
この間合い自分の間合い知ってんなちゃんと。
Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only
自
produce
分の
more
間合い知って
damage.
んだよな。
This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Alright, what's coming up next?
こいつ
Whips the throw. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gotta do it. Jumps in, digs in deep to get that drive in.
危ねえ一発。
Player 1 takes the round like a
ギリギリ
thief
だ。
in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their reaction to the fireball? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball.
いやーそうね失敗したらもうそうよ。
Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Gets a risky buff in. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep.
Mista.
Player 2 is in a pose for the Shin Hashogeki. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 can't use any burnout activates. Charges forward. In with the
危ね避けれた。
top.
よいしょ
Get some juicy damage. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 can't he throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Any mistake here?
あこいつ
Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
いけただろ。
Rolls up above. Throw leaves them wide open.
よう掴んだな今。
Jumps. This may turn into a big chance. Gets out of the corner. Presses for a reaction with the fireball. Getting up close, throws them. Oh, here we go. Nothing stops this train. And the Tensei in at the ready. Gets the corner switch. Wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
このランク帯だな、完全に自分は。残芸を久々のメンズキャラやから嬉しいな。やり合おうぜ。
全力でぶつかってこい。いい戦いになりそうだ。
その通り。
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. Well-timed command throw there. That drive impact doesn't get through. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Grabs him, takes a trip, takes a big gamble, and rips out a raw super. Projectile to try and change the situation. Okay, creating some space here. All right, what's coming up next? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Oh, talk about overextending. Overdrive a Shogaku for more damage. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Oh god, this is tense. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Jumps up. Connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player 2 with a good start to the fight.
だからつかみだよね。こいつは完全につかみだわ。
Oh, God delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Song coming and goes for the forced anti-air.
それもあんだ。
Going on the offensive. Brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to plant him with the pile driver. Looking for a chance. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Charges forward. Throws a fireball. Both fighters planning something? Target locked and
これ終わった。これ食らいすぎやな。全く苦労してないやん。さっきあんだけ苦労して勝ったのに。お、マジ？うわー、どんだけいく？おお、案外これなら大丈夫か。こっちの方が効くってどういうこと？いいかー。すげえつかみ入れてきたら強っ。
Chase things up with a fireball. Big time whip. Throws. Amazing.
うわー、これ。
They are done.
こいつチートキャラだ。こいつ。つかみ鍛えときゃいいやつだ。
No way we could have called that.
なんやこいつ。なんやこいつ。なんや今の。もう40分か。ストレス溜まる系のキャラばっかやな。
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Decides to go in with the target combo. The low kick connects. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. The jump in catches them. The fight continues. Goes for the super arm.
Hey.
All right, what's coming up next? Overdrive a Shoguki for more damage. Jumps. Very solid corner switch. Not much life left. The drive gauge difference could tip the scales. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. The fight KO.
危ね
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get
え。な
away
んかあん
with?
まり攻めてこんかったらもったいないな。
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Jumps in. Long low attack hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management.
こいつなんだ？
Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. That's not gonna hit. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Both of our combatants are cooking up something.
あれは無理なんだ。
Anti-air drops him. Oh, could be the start. Clutch anti-air. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Hello, what's next? They're facing, oh my god, they just choked it up. This is a critical gut punch. What were they thinking? Nobody blinked. Both of them back off. Closes it out.
波動拳何発も当てられるとやっぱ怖くてね、行きたくなくなるからね。その心理戦にはなるよね、確実に。
Let's believe it's time for that run back. Zones with the fireball. Oh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Who's going to make a move?
間違えた。
All right. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Grabs them. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Shoots off a fireball up close. Takes a trip. Gets right in there. Medium kick hits. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. They gotta be careful with their remaining drive. Player 1 will have to fight back here without any drive. It's a good spot to use the super. A gutsy fireball.
Okay.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their reaction to the fireball? Who's going to start charges forward? Got their eye on the air. Spin knuckle. The low heavy's blocked. Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want and you can get a punish. There's a change of sides. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. That's not gonna hit. Charges up the plasma. Baits out the low kick. Medium kick hit. Burnout activates. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Going in. Oh, huge kick. Solid anti-air. Sets up with the jump in. Any mistake here is gonna piston lead to some big damage. What a finish! Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
負けないですね、こっからは。でもジャンルが変わっただけで嬉しい。
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Difficult situation for a throw. Lots of aggression from both sides. They block the overhead and decides to go in with the target combo. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Got their eye on the air. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Impact's a no-go with a super art connect. Ooh, wants to hit it big here with a super art. All right, what's coming up next? Will they try to finish the round with a drive move? Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. The throw whips, hits him with a stopping block. A Shogunji, and now Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing the sees him coming. Runs it off with a super arm. Player gut punch hits him. Scrapping it out. KO.
野球やん最後の
You're locked in.
野球やったやん今
Decisive win.
もういったやん
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here?
よくあれあそこでさパディ溜めてるよなこれ何の自信なの
Throws him down. What are they thinking here? Does a good job of pushing back. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to
あーブロンズだ1個上だな
Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Will that super be the turning point? Balance from above. Hits him with a stopping block. High boosted Hadouken. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Looking to impress with this super. Lifts up with the knee and brings them down. Solid anti-air. What now? Charges forward. A real test of nerve here. Presses for a reaction with 69 to jump in attempt.
野球や野球
Player 2 brings it home.
何
Let's
こ
see
れ
if they can build themselves a streak.
完全敗北ですよ綺麗やったね下にこれねおかわいいいやトガやトガちゃんやん
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
みんなこれやな
Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here.
みんなこれやな。
Dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. They block the overhead and knockdown. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Heading into the end game now.
もうええで、
Getting
そいつ。
tense. Player 2 creates a good
もうええで。
corner opportunity KO.
同じ。みんな同じや。
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Checking their reactions with a fireball? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Checks them with a projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player Jinku Hadouken!
も
The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Does a good
Muerte.
job escaping the corner. Anthony! A quick breather. Jumps in. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game.
うええで。
Outline zone.
あーもう集中切れてきた。
Player 1
もうこいつで終わりだ。
Let's see if they can build themselves a
こい
streak.
つがもう次やったらもう、あーもうこれでいい。これで終わ
How
り
is。this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a
集中
blow
切れ
up
てきた
here?
完全に。
Box up, going on the offensive? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Still slugging it out here. Trips him up.
起き上がんの早くね。
The throw misses. Taking stock. Will this super art connect? Perfect time to spend the meter. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Anything could happen here. Parries to cancel the fireball. Parries the projectile. The fight continues in the middle of the stick, and that attack
もうえ
ends.
えで、こいつ。
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
おもんない。
Goes for a projectile
Pois,
to
tô
try
jogando.
and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Oh, says no to the impact. Forcefully closes the gap. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Took him to the corner in a flash. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Medium kick. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible?
どっち？もうどっちもいい。もうはいはいはいはい。もういいいいいい。こいつ。
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Open with a jump in. The last round. It's solid anti-air.
あ、そうか。
They're back into the
昇竜
corner
拳じゃない
now.
とダメなんだ。
And eat. Oh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. He just tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. A jump. Poetry in motion. I called it! I called it! What now? What are the reactions on display? They are done!
ギリギリやんけ。
Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one.
あ、もう一試合増えたな。
They
もうい
really
いってこいつ
took
の
it down to
顔
the
が。
wire.
めんどくせえなこいつ。
But believe it's time for that run. A jump in? Ooh, what a smart blow. Anthony scrapping it out up close. Big counter.
ガードしとる
Close
て。
them. What's next? Closes
同
the
じ
gap
技ば
for
っ
the
かしやが
grab.
って。
Player 1 chases them down. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 can't afford to get hit.
同じ技ばっかでよおい。
Player 1
モダンがよ。
picks up the always important
一つ覚えかおい。
They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start the round. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Shows the medium kick. The quarter makes it hard to escape. Hits them with a
私
stop.
もやるわい。
But fires off the Shinku Hadouken. The super doesn't hit. Going in. Jump.
あ、もうこれいい。
Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Both fighters planning something? Their life is hanging by a thread. Just goes for it at this range. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Life lead is theirs, but still anyone's game. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. So, what's next? Stings him with the flatline zone.
もう終わり。
Player one
うざいで
brings it
す。
home. Let's see if they can build
ちょう
themselves
どね、
a
もう時間
streak.
もいいし、もうこれ終わり。終わりです。よし、ということで、今日はね、配信2回させていただきましたが、明日がね、多分できんだろうなと思ったんで、まあでも日中するかもね。OK ということで、アーカイブ YouTube に載せておきますので、YouTube のチャンネル登録と TikTok のフォローしてもらったらありがたいですね。ということで、今日はここまでとさせていただきます。おつけろです。